We may be live.
We may be live.
We may be.
We might be live.
Just verifying, may I?
Yes, you can check. I actually want to put a jacket on, but I think it's okay. I'll leave it. I'm just worried about some splashing. So let's see if we're live. If we're live, it'll be good.
Shame on me, I forgot red shirts. I know.
It's okay. Not
I got mine on.
Yes, you sorted you out.
I sorted
Not
me
so
out,
much me.
not you. So.
Yes, unfortunately. So let's see.
It looks like we're live. We've got a few people on.
All right. Well, good afternoon, goeiemiddag. I am just checking oil temperatures and such things. We are going to do a gluten overload, I guess is the best way to put that.
I may have a carb coma because I think I'm going to have to partake in today's festivities.
Yeah, so I guess labor-wise it's not going to be crazy today because I'm not going to have to make 10 million things. We've got a spy over there that wants
Spy
things.
versus spy.
So, oh, there we go. Sorry
and
about
your
that. Yeah, my volume. I just took it off the headset, so the
It's
volume
okay.
is at maximum. So, all right. So I thought let me show you guys. I have made fried bread prior, so I thought I'd show you guys that again. I have not made the donuts on stream. So I've made some donuts. These are handcrafted donuts, and fried bread, and then I've got some bread which I'm going to stick in the oven because my kids like the bread. Let me just turn this down before I burn the bread.
Right.
All right.
Can you say hi to a few people?
Sure, I can say hi to a few
We've
people.
got Jody, Femboy, and Lemon.
Okay, well, hi everybody. Thank you very much for joining. So I'm going to give you a very brief rundown. I'm just checking the oil because, yeah, I think we are good on temperature on the oil. We are basically right there for the donuts. So I'm going to do first. So I've got 10 donuts. So let me give you a quick rundown on the recipe. All right, so the donut recipe is a recipe that I've messed around with for quite some time. So basically what we got on that, we have to start with, we take a 3/4 cup, 180 grams of milk, so 3/4 cup, and I slightly heat that to like 110 to 115 Fahrenheit. And then what I do is I add about a 1/4 cup of sugar to the milk, all right, which is 55 grams. So I add about a 1/4 cup of sugar, and then I dissolve the sugar in the milk, and I try and keep the temperature at about 110 Fahrenheit, all right. And then what I do is I add 12 grams, or about, I think about, let me just see the yeast weight. Sorry, let me just see there. The yeast weight, so 1 tablespoon. Let me just make sure about that. You can expand that. So about 1 tablespoon of yeast that I add to that mixture, and then you let the yeast bloom so you can actually make sure your donuts proof up. And then, there was a change here, small change. All right, and then what we do is we take 450 grams or 3.5 cups of flour. I do about a teaspoon of salt into that, all right? And then that gets, I just want to make sure I get everything right here. That gets about 45 grams of oil. So I do canola, not canola, sorry, olive oil in the donuts for the Esme. Please go sit down. Go sit down now. Go talk to her because I'm getting the kids are driving me insane today. They will not stop. So we do about 45 grams of oil, which is 3 tablespoons of oil, and then we do 100 grams of egg. So that would be about 2 medium eggs that you add into the mixture. All right, and then 100 grams of egg, and that's it. So it's about 2 medium eggs. You know, you can weigh it out at 100 grams. I work in grams because I've got the cheat. What's the name? Liquid eggs, so it makes it easy for me. I don't have to break shell eggs, but you're looking about 100 grams, probably 2 medium eggs. That'll do that. And then you mix all of that together and you let it proof up, and then roll out about 88 3 ounces, about 88 grams, 3 ounces, 3-ounce balls, and then you flatten them, and then they become donuts. So I'm not going to let them wait too much longer because I made these way before to have them ready now.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they really look nice. So I'm going to spatula them up. I just want to see, I might as well pop the bread in as well because a step that way for me. Okay. Step that way.
I'm out of frame.
I'm sorry. I just want to pop this in here.
I could have gone in the hole over there.
Yeah, I guess you could have gone in the hole.
That's where I was headed.
Okay. All right. Crossing streams is not good.
In other words, I'm in the way.
I didn't say that. I didn't say you're in the way.
I'm to stand here and look pretty. That's all.
Apparently today, everything and everyone's been mildly annoying. So I don't want to say.
I'm included.
I don't want to say anything to my wife because off the stream, I also got to deal with this. I'm just like, my youngest son doesn't want to sleep. My oldest daughter's got a lip on the floor.
Yep.
The two middle ones are
terrorist galore.
Oh, fucking terrorist that is a understatement of the century today.
They are 2-year separated twins.
Yes, basically. All right, so this is about 325 degrees Fahrenheit oil. So I am going to start them now because it took me like an hour to get the oil here. So I don't want to mess around with it too much. I think I'll get 3 in there. I'm not going to do more than that. And we're going to run them about 2 minutes and then we'll check.
Timboy has great concern, by the way.
Yes.
He says there are no holes in those donuts. What kind of 2-bit operation are you running over there? These are real.
These are real donuts. Okay. I don't know, except for jokes about certain things, sizes, and stacking of donuts. I have no idea why they got holes in it. Why do you want to make a hole in a donut? I don't understand.
It.
And then what do you do with the rest of the dough? Like roll another donut to make a hole, and then you like perpetually do that, and you always have dough left. No, man. These are proper hand rolled donuts.
Old-fashioned donuts is what we found.
We can sugar.
Yes.
Like 2 of them. We can get a bag and sugar them.
Yep.
We can actually. I've got cinnamon sugar if you want to cinnamon sugar them.
Very nice.
And then I normally do a icing over them, but I'm not going to make the icing today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a custard, nice and thick, and we're actually going to fill them with a custard.
Lemon says that the donuts cook faster when they have a hole.
Oh, okay, that might be why.
But it doesn't help when you want to fill them with something.
No, then you got to fill them around the bend. Okay, so that might be why. I have no idea why they got, but so where I'm from, we also had the donuts with the holes, but these were the good ones. The ones that you can actually put, so you can put a jam filling in this.
Yep.
And I'm going to make a custard. We'll make a custard filling in this guy. I just want to see what this looks like. Ooh, that looks pretty.
Tell me, who visited earlier today to get some biltong? Because they may be watching, eating their biltong.
Who visited earlier today?
Greg.
Oh, yeah. We got a very good customer. I'm sorry. My mind just went blank there for a second. We got a very good customer.
Testing him, we failed.
He stays just down the road here from us, and he apparently watches us every time we stream while he's working.
He
said
up in the corner. He's eating his biltong.
And is he on? Oh, okay, Greg's on. Well, thank you very much, Greg. Welcome in the stream.
We've only known him for about 5.5 years.
Correct. So this is best done with chopsticks, but I guess 2 knives will also work. All right, and then I am just flipping them over. So we're running about 2 minutes, and we will see what they are like when they come out. I think they should be pretty good. They look very nice. I normally run them about 2.5 minutes in my deep fryer, but I think 2 minutes in here will probably work. I just want to make we are at for temperature because that's going to go down a little. Not really. No, we are good on temperature.
Cam is onto something. By the way, hi Cam. They say they put a hole in the donut to charge the same amount for less product.
Yes, I can see that. You'll see these things, man. They are phenomenal.
Yes. And we got to say hi to Dave as well. He just popped in. And I did miss a couple questions. Sorry. Lemon says she knows everything a man needs when he gets annoyed. I'm sorry. I know what men need when they get annoyed at everything. But then she left me hanging, so I'm not sure. I would think biltong. Everybody needs biltong. You know, raises your testosterone levels, makes men manly again.
Yeah,
Is that a
brandy.
thing?
I would venture brandy today. Brandy would
Oh,
do
you
good.
need brandy today?
I need brandy.
I can vouch for us. There are some full bottles that are not being used.
Yeah. I've gone back on the high protein diet. We've been bad for Christmas, so I had some candy.
Off and on.
Of course, off and on. So I've added like a pound or two back. So I got to get that back down.
So now I can go in the high.
Yeah, now you can go in the hole. I just want to keep an eye on that. It should be about 15 minutes, about 5, and I should turn them. And then this, I just want to check the temperature. I think we're good. So the trick with these things, because they're so thick, probe in here, because they're so thick, you don't really want to. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm gonna make it 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Jody, you're on to something. I'll share that with Anton in just a second. But Femboy, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, because they're so thick, all right, you don't want your oil too hot because you'll end up burning the outside and the inside will be raw. So you'll get a really dark outside and you'll have a basically raw inside.
Yeah.
This is what I'm looking for. So you've got to watch for that. You've got to be real careful about that. So I think these are pretty much done. They were at the 170 and they'll still heat up more. So I'll pull them out now. All right. So
and just so you know, you caught Dave's attention because he saw donuts.
okay, well,
come in.
Good. Well, these are. I mean, I'll show you guys when we're done. These are really good,
Yes.
man. It's the real deal. It took me quite some
Development.
I wanted to say
I'll go
gymnastics to get this sorted out. So pop that one in there. And these things you want to be real careful with. If you drop this thing, if you bump the table, if you do anything silly, you will cause the donut to collapse. I'm going to try and pop 4 in here because we got 10. So if we can do 4, there we go. Then I can do 3, 4, and 3. And that should be good. Let me start that up. All right, so I've got a fair sized pot. I mean, these things, I'll see if I can, let me see quickly. Give me 1 second. I'll just give you guys an idea of size. So just so you kind of understand where we're going with these guys. So what is that? That's about a 4-inch across. They're about a 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches high. About 4 inches across. And pre-cooked, yeah, they're about 4 inches. So it's about a 4-inch. The fried bread are they're a little smaller. They're about 3.5 inches. So the fried bread, and we'll get to that recipe and how we do that. That is about 3.5 ounces, 75 grams. These are 88, almost 90 grams. So 3 ounces. Those are 2.5 ounces.
Sorry, Femboy did ask why so much oil.
Oh,
it's only floating.
So I do that amount of oil because if you do, I mean, you could do less, but if I do less oil, I find the temperature drops in the oil because you pop the donuts in, and then the coldness or the coolness of the donut reduces your oil temperature, and I find that if your oil's too cold, you absorb too much oil into your product without cooking it properly. This is a what do you call it? I took a note out of like a deep fryer. So if you have a look at a deep fryer, it's got a ton of oil in it, and it's to keep the temperature of the oil up. So that's the only reason, and I will reuse this oil. So I'll pour it through a filter into a container, and I'll just reuse it. And by the way, this is not canola oil or peanut oil. This is palm oil, palm fry shortening. So this is basically palm shortening that we use here. It's pretty expensive stuff. Yeah.
And Jody asks about biltong donut sandwich.
Well, you can put biltong inside the donut. But these are sweet. So these got some sugar in it, as I explained with the recipe. These are very, very good. My kids are going to be very happy with these things tonight. That I can promise you. See, we are verging. The oil's getting hotter. We are verging on burning them, and I'm also running the timer right to the limit. So let me see where we're at. yeah, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to remove it a little. Whew. That range plate is hot now. Yeah, we are at 350, so that's definitely picked up. It's difficult to control your temperature well with a range, you know. So and 375 is where we want to be for those guys. So we're not far off here. It's just not where we want to be for the donuts. So I'll pull it off the range. This is why these are a little dark. So we don't want to burn the donuts. So we'll keep these. You see, and my temperature. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I pulled it off the range. These are still running at 360 degrees. That should be about 325. So I should have checked instead of talking nonsense to you guys. I should have checked. But I mean, you can see how slowly the temperature is going down, and that's pretty much because the what's the name? Because there's a lot of oil in there, so it'll hold its temperature. Let me turn the bread around quick, and then I'll pop those donuts out. It's just I turn the bread around because I've got a massive fan in my oven, so it only browns one side if I don't do that because of the airflow. All right, so there we go, and then let's see. Yeah, we still got good temperature here. Yeah, let me see. So yeah, you can still see there's still dough on my probe, but they should be good after the next few seconds. So that's the problem. It takes a certain amount of time to cook the inside, so you've got to get. So I find with this recipe specifically, like 25 minutes. You see, these were too dark. My oil was way too hot with those guys, so I'll get the oil to cool down a little. But you don't want the donut will take the same amount of time to cook through, even if what's wrong?
They said they were struggling to hear you, or Jody was.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Can you guys hear Anton okay?
Can you hear me now?
I wonder if you were looking away.
Oh, it's possible.
Speaking.
It's possible. I was jumping around here a little because I got two on range. This and this range plates on because I want to make the custard this side. So,
Sorry, I'm still on the mic with customers, so yes. I'm in and out.
So,
but I didn't get any feedback if they can hear you or not.
Can everybody hear me?
And hi, Slidey Pie.
Hey, Slidey Pie.
Good to have you on.
Let me see where we're at with this guy.
Okay, 90% of the time. It's probably just your voice when you turn away.
Okay. So, sweetie, do me a favor. Just clip this thing a little closer to me, maybe here somewhere. That might be the problem. All right, so we still at 350 on the oil. So I don't want to stick the next donut in. Let's see where we're at with those guys. I think we'll be good. Yeah, that looks good. There we go. All right. So that's good. So we'll see where this goes. I don't want to fry the next donut, but I've got to get to the bread as well, and then we're going to get to that icing. All right, I'm going to pop the next three in, and we'll keep an eye on them. They don't look too bad, but basically, so basically, what I found from me frying the donuts and making these. So I'm not talking about stuff you buy or anything else. I'm talking about these specific donuts, handmade. What I found with these guys is if it takes like 5 minutes to cook them, like 4.5 to 5 minutes. Now you can do that real hot and burn them, and these are actually a little dark. They should be a little bit more golden. Or you can do it at a mild temperature, and I've found that 325 for this is the best temperature to be at. So if you do it at 325, they take between 2 minutes and 15 and 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So between like 2.25 and 2.5 minutes to cook. Now, if your oil's too hot, it still takes that amount of time, but it actually browns your outside and blackens your outside a lot more than it would if you actually just kept it at 325. So the inside still won't cook, even if your oil is hotter. But if your oil is too cold, then what it does is it actually absorbs it actually absorbs more oil. So then it's going to go to maybe 3.5 minutes to cook, but it's going to actually absorb oil into your donuts. You're not going to have a light product. You're going to have a very oily, so not a light and fluffy product, but an oily product. Sorry, I've got a lot of heat on the range here, and it's getting me. Sorry, I just want to check my bread because I never set the 5-minute timer on that because I got concerned about the oil. Let me check the bread here quick. Let's see where we are at with that. No, that's still got a minute to go. So I'll give that 1 minute. In fact, I'll flip these and then I'll pull the bread or check the bread again. So, and like you can see, I make extensive use of my probe when cooking like this. And I haven't made this. I have not made donuts, man, in like commercially, probably like 3 years or something. So it's been a minute. And then I like to use chopsticks. You just kind of pop them over. I have knives. I have no chopsticks because I threw them away because I don't use them anymore. I mean, I guess you could probably use your probe as well if you want. I like to dip it on the one side, but I mean, if you just pop it on the one side and you just flip it over, that should be fine. Instead of trying to, I used to take a ladle and then that's a fucking mess. Everything splashes and then someone said, oh, you should try the chopstick trick. And I'm like, I have no idea what that is. And then someone showed me and I'm like, all right, so you just take it, you just kind of flip it over. It just helps if you've got two of them because you can dip on the one side, but that's pretty much, you just flip them over. You don't have to. So what I used to do was grab this and then kind of pick it up and flip it over because that's how I was taught, where I'm from. Yeah, it's a waste of time. With this, you could just like pop over in our bigger fryers, I used to do 12, I think, at once. I can't remember. But yeah, so these you can already see better color because less temperature, So there we go. Now this guy can go back on the heat. Oh, the handles are so hot, man. All right, there we go. And I want this to heat up again for the fried bread. So we want some juice for the fried bread. And obviously some oil fell on the range. So I'm sorry, it's fucking chaos and mayhem here by us today. I've got kids running around and I got my youngest son is just yelling at everyone because he doesn't want to sleep, but he's tired, and he's just decided today is not the day for sleeping. Today is the day for yelling at everyone. And then I got customers in and out. As you guys know, and for all of those who are new to the stream, we are in the back end of our retail store. So our store is on this side. This is the kitchen behind the store. This used to be my commercial kitchen where I used to cook for customers. We don't do that any longer, but we do get to mess around with you guys twice a week. So that's pretty cool. I'll take that for a change. So, what you do, so what I've learned through much trial and error, oh, the bread. Yeah, I'm not reading the chat. If someone said bread, almost forgot about that. So what we do, and I didn't start that timer, that's unintelligent. So what we do, let me see, quick, that's going to take another minute. It's almost there. So we're going to give that 1 minute here. And then this guy should be around about the same time. So yeah. All right. If you balance the colors, then you also, okay. So what I have learned with this kind of cooking is you take a cookie drying sheet and you put your donuts on that. That way they will cool and they will not get oily because they're not sitting in oil. So the way we do them where I'm from and the way we learn to do these things is you actually pop them on a paper towel. So you take some paper towel like this and you put it down and then you put your fried breads and stuff on that. But the better way, and it also keeps them crispy and non-soggy, is you just take a cookie sheet, like a drying, like a grate, a cookie drying grate, or cooling grate, I guess, and you pop that on your sheet pan and then you just pack them on that, and then that's that. That's all good. I think these guys are good to come out. All right, yeah, that's a better color. That's a way better color. I like that. That looks very pretty. So that's closer to the 325, which is where it should have been. And I checked that until we started the stream, and then I stopped checking. And then, of course, I went over the temperature, which I didn't realize because I thought I was there. But anyway, so now I've got to keep an eye on this guy. Let me try not drop my my probe in here. I'm going to jack that up just a little because we want to get to the 375-ish. Let me leave it like this and try not, because the probe will go in there and it'll probably keep working, but it's going to melt and it's going to look a little silly. So those guys are next. And then these guys. So let me check this. I've got another probe here. Let me see where we are at with this. So I'm looking for 195 to 200. We're 94, 95. We are good. 97. 199. There we go. Awesome sauce. So these guys can come out. Sorry, it's happy hour here today. We had a lot of people in and out. And lots of things happening and things like that. So let me see. I'm going to have to get another cookie drying sheet. Or, yeah, I guess a cooling sheet. Is what you guys call it. So let me get another cooling sheet and I'll get the breads out. All right. And then I'll transfer the donuts to this as well, or some of them. And then this I can switch off. Nicole will come read the chat now and then.
I will. And I have good news, Anton.
Oh, what is that?
Well, you made these beautiful donuts, which, by the way, they look phenomenal. But there's these three monkeys. They're absolutely obnoxious. So I'm going to eat them all.
Yes, what I'm going to do.
So I may look like this by the end. I will not be pregnant.
Yes, we have decided that 4 is enough. Maybe there's 3 by the end of the day.
I think 2. I think we'll keep the older and the younger, and the 2 in the middle just get squished out for a little bit.
If they go stand over there, I'll actually throw donuts at them. At this point. So, all right. I mean, they're not bad. The dark ones are not bad.
No, the dark ones are the best ones. It's like marshmallows. The rules.
I don't know.
They're toasted. Can I get you another grate?
No, I think we should be okay. You see, I like them like that. Yeah. They're a little lighter.
I don't know. I like the kind of crunchy.
Yeah. Different strokes, I guess. All right.
They look good. That one's got a hole in it.
Yeah, I poked a probe in there.
There you go, Finboy. There's your donut with a hole.
Yes. I stick probes in it. So let me move these guys over. And then we should have enough space.
Sorry,
so
I am behind.
Yes,
apparently.
you are way behind. I almost burnt the donuts and I changed things around.
What are you doing?
All right, so here we go.
So Cam did make comment, dough on your probe, you should see a doctor.
Yes.
We caught Slidey Pie coming in.
Do me a favor, just read them that side because you're right over the donut.
I am okay with that. These are mine.
I understand. I understand.
Mine. Okay.
All right, let's see. So we had.
That's interesting. Finboy says it randomly like pop sound with your mic. I wonder if it was me turning off my mic.
Oh,
that could be me. I could have been.
But is my mic connected?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Because I might be talking through your mic, just FYI.
No, they said 90% of the time they could hear you perfectly fine.
Oh, okay.
But
that's weird.
Switzerland Play IT. I don't know whom that is.
Oh, I think there's a guy called Mike that said he might pop in, but I'm not sure if that's Switzerland.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put the custard on. So I'm just gonna make the custard that I showed you guys the last time. Oh, we will have to get some milk at some point. So it takes a pint of milk, 568, 570 grams. So I'm going to do the 500 and then I'm going to do 70 in a little bowl, which I will then dissolve as I say that. Oh. All right, so I will put that on there so that can heat up. And then I'm going to put these two back
And Dave says, I like big buns and I cannot lie.
Yeah, those are awesome, man. We will open one and we will show you. And then, so how much is this? 4 teaspoons or something stupid? 2 heap teaspoons. 2 heap teaspoons, 35 grams. So we're going to go. So what we're going to do is we're not going to follow that. We're going to do more because we want it thicker. So what we're going to do is instead of 35, we're going to do 50. So that's like 3 heap teaspoons because we want it thick so it won't run out. And then they say 35 grams of sugar. We're also going to do 50 grams of sugar because we want it nice and sweet because it's a It's a filling, not a topping. So if you want this thicker, you just put more. That's all.
Isn't more always better?
More is better.
Why you're in Texas, bigger is better.
Yep. And then if you really want to be fancy, I mean, this is a very easy custard to make. But if you want to be fancy, you can throw a little bit of vanilla essence, or what's it, vanilla extract, whatever you guys call it. You can put a little bit of that in here as well. So 100, and then I'll do...
We have a vanilla very close to one of our hand basins. Every time I walk by, that's all I smell.
Yeah. Vanilch.
Yes.
All right, there we go. All right, so this can heat. Let me get a lid on that. It'll help it heat faster. I think we are good on the oil. Yeah, that oil is angry now, man. So the smoke point of this oil is around 400. Yeah, there we go. 372. All right, I gotta get them in. We are good to go.
Hey, Neuro just popped in.
Hey, Nero. All right, so this is the fried bread. All right, and this, very fast, 375, 1.5 minutes. I think it was 1.5 minutes.
Very fast.
Very
That's all
fast.
I remember.
3 minutes, done. And this we should do 4 at a time, no problem. So the only reason for the high volume of oil is just to retain heat. That's all. And I just copied that from what what's names do. From what deep fryers do, basically.
Are you guys still struggling to hear Anton? We'll trade.
All right. Still having a hard time to hear me.
That's what they say.
I'm sorry. I think that mic's not working. Why don't you switch it off and on?
Will do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm grabbing those Keck Spin Boys spoken about. I cannot get it on your shirt. There we go.
There we go. All right. Right. So 1.5 minutes aside. Done. Quick. Chop. All finished. Let me go get a little spatula, and then I can. I use this one for the bread. I don't know where my other white spatulas are, but I got kids, so
yeah, we don't have very many right now. I've noticed.
But they probably
there's
got
one in there, one in there.
Yeah, but we had 10. We had 10, but we have 4 kids, which would leave us with 4.
I know where new ones are.
Yeah, we can go get them at some point.
Right. I was, Jody. You got it.
All right. So what I was saying was, what was I talking about? Oh, with the custard. Okay, so we're making the custard a little thicker than normal because we want to use it as a filling, not a topping. So instead of doing the 2 teaspoons custard, 2 teaspoons sugar, I actually did 3. We want to make it a little thicker. There we go. That is pretty, man. I do not eat bread at the moment. I haven't had starch for, I don't know, something stupid like 2 years.
2 years. Over 2 years.
All right, so I'm not about to start. But I tell you something, that is something I would very easily cheat for. Very easily. That shit is good, man. So on the bread recipe, you can go to our recipe blog. It is the very first, very bottom recipe on our recipe blog is the bread. And you can just basically make it and break it down. So the recipe only makes 2 loaves. That'll make 12 like this. And just put it on a scale and divide it into 12 equal pieces. I roll them and flatten them, and then I just leave them to proof up. So you make the dough, leave it in a bowl, let it proof. Then you punch it down, divide it up, roll it out, and then you basically have. And you don't want these things round, because if they're round, you can't flip them. They'll just roll around and probably absorb oil on the one side and just stay on that side and fry, and the other side will just stay white. So you got to flatten them so you can actually flip them.
I don't have a problem with white.
Yes. Yes, my wife is very pale. She's
I am.
half albino with red hair.
Isn't that how you describe an Irish person?
Yes. Yes. Something like that.
So I like what Unfolding Joker says. Hello, by the way. Adds in, don't be a dong. Smash the rumble and share for the king of Biltong.
Oh, I like that. Rhymes. Rhymes coming forth.
And Goffo Gaming has raided this stream.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome in.
Yeah, thank you very much for the raid.
Neuro is shilling on our behalf. Is it time to shill, Anton?
We can shill. You shill. I'll watch the
Let
oil.
me go steal some goodies, and I will do that. Show them the fun one. I like the one with the hole there.
All right. So these guys, let me pop this out. So this is what they kind of come out like, if you can see. And these things are very, very good. Very, very good. They stood a little long. I should have probably had them in a little earlier, but they'll be fine. So literally the recipe is that I grew up. Make your dough and then you break off a piece and throw it in the oil. After it's obviously stood and proofed. You don't actually reproof like I do here, but I do a little bit more of a commercial kind of bake with this. So I want, the sizes the same, the shapes similar. We used to make this in our restaurant. We used to serve all kinds of like bacon, eggs, like savory mince, which I've made on stream, babooti, meatballs, put a meatball on that thing. You can use it for burgers and all kinds of stuff. It's actually really, really good. All right, so let's see where we're at with the oil. And that's the only problem, is everything is oily when you
it does get everywhere.
All right, so we are at 167 degrees here. We want to get it to scalding, which is 185. We are right there. So I don't want to overdo the milk. So I'm going to pull it off just for a minute. And we're going to finish up those. And then when I put those in, as soon as I flip them, I'll put this back. And then we're going to make this, because I can't, the custard you've got to stir all the time. If you don't stir it, you get lumps. And I can't stir it if I've got to also do the fried bread. And there's not enough space here for myself and Nicole. And talking to you guys and, getting upset with my kids. There's not enough space for that. So I'll do all this and get upset with the kids, and she can read the chat and have fun.
And chill.
And
but
chill.
Now is
yes,
a moment
yes,
for that. All
yes.
right. If you haven't heard of our sponsor yet, you will now. Go to biltongusa.com for Anton's Land of Biltong. This is 2 of our game versions I'm holding. I've got the venison and elk. We have a lot of people who are curious about the game meats. They are worth it. Don't hesitate. Get yourself some and enjoy. We even have a game changer with 3 different types. It's bison, elk, and venison. For those who are not sure what to try, we have little sampler packs of our normal flavors, the Angus, Wagyu, and Peri Peri. That's the Biltong sampler, which is available on the website. And I've added a taste of spice for anyone who likes to tempt the heat. Valentine's Day is a good time for that. What do you think, Anton?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. By the way, Valentine's Day is a special day.
Yes.
It is a birthday of someone that's here.
Yes.
It's not mine. It's not my birthday.
I'm going to go work.
But between the 2 of us, there is a birthday on Valentine's Day. But it's not my birthday. So, all right. Is that our daughter? Really?
I don't know if the 2 in the middle are getting anything nice today.
No, they're not going to get donuts. I'm not going to give them anything. I'll give them a bread with butter. Yes. That's it. No meat for you. Hey.
And I forgot to mention, because you went off on a tangent about Valentine's Day. Code S.T.F. 10 on Biltong USA will get you 10% off on the Biltong. Please note the samplers are not eligible for that because they require different packing, but all of the game meats, the regular Biltong, different items, and the sausages too.
Did something arrive just before the stream started?
I think so.
Don't you want to go get that for me?
I would love to. Can I handle it?
You can handle it.
Because you've got greasy fingers.
Yeah, so there's this guy. He's got funny hair. My youngest son likes him.
I've got a picture of him in here.
Oh, is there a picture of him?
There's a picture of him in here. There's his funny hair. I shouldn't say who he reminds me of, should I?
Who does he remind you of? Oh, no, you can say that.
Okay, I always think of Pauly Shore when I look at Viva. I'm sorry, Viva, if you see this. That's it. I told Anton from the beginning that's who you remind me of. And you've got an infectious smile. I think that's why the boys like him.
Yes.
Always
but I will
smiling.
say this, and I'll give Viva credit here. He is in considerably better condition than Pauly Shore right now.
Right. Yes.
So,
Fitness marvel himself.
Yes. So what I always think of, so I don't know how many people are familiar with Top Gear. The British one with Jeremy Clarkson. So there's this dude called James May. and they had one challenge where they had convertibles. And Jeremy was making fun of James because James has hair like Viva, and he was driving, and he went, I wonder what James would be doing in his car right now, and he went like this. so
that's all you think
that's
of?
all I see is Jeremy Clarkson doing this when I see Viva. So it's but
so what is this?
Plug for the book. This is Viva Fry's what's it? Is it Larry the Lobster?
Louis the Lobster.
Louis the Lobster
returns
to the sea. It's a fun kids book. I've just got my copies, so
and it's
support Viva. He's a cool guy.
He has a young artist who did the work, and she did a great job.
Yeah, it is awesome. It is awesome. So we got our copies, support that guy. He's a great guy.
On Amazon.
And if Nero, pop the link to his book. If Nero's still in.
That's how I got it, Nero.
We went to the link,
I was on Viva's stream the other day, and I saw your link in the stream.
So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like supporting people like that. And you know what we'll do next week? Sunday. I've got Styx's 2 books that we bought.
Yes.
Let's bring them, and I'll show Styx's books as well.
We can do that for sure.
Right. So I'm going to pop these over. I'm going to pop this guy on here. And then
Cam says more like Weird Al.
Weird Al, yeah. Weird Al.
I haven't thought of him in so long. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got the wrong foot amputated.
Right.
Yeah. So I used to in a previous life work on technology, and one of the things I used to do is test and optimize telecommunication networks. So you got to run around and test signal strength and like all kinds of stuff, and then you got to go and adjust and make sure the network improves. So we had this digital announcement system that you have to dial into, and then it simulates like a phone call. And I had the Weird Al Yankovic, You Got the Wrong Foot Amputated song on repeat on that, and that's what I used to test on. And only one guy ever figured out what it was and laughed at it. Everybody else didn't even know what the music was, which was very disappointing. I thought it was a cool move from my side, but
we got to say hello to a couple of people. I missed someone from Goppo Gaming stream. It's Vet Gaming. Thank you for being in. Glad to have you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And then we've got Sigmonk and Jacob Castro.
Oh, hey, Jacob and Sigmonk. Welcome in.
Some awesome people in today.
So you guys have, I did this on the last one also. I forgot to start the timer, but it's all right. I'll just check for for color. So I'm going to take this. Let me take this off. And I'm going to put this in. So this, we hit about 185. So the milk is scalding now. We don't want it boiling. We just want it scalding. Now we're going to put all of this in here. All right. 3 teaspoons custard, 3 teaspoons sugar. And we're going to get all of this cooking now. I can already feel it hit the bottom there. And coagulate. What do you call it? When it goes thick? You guys have a word for that? Is it coagulate? Like blood that goes thick?
That's a nursing term, coagulation. Yes.
Yes, it's coagulating. It's going thick.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I gotta think half the stuff I think of. I gotta think in Afrikaans in my home language, and then I gotta translate it.
Translation, yes.
Yeah,
Lost in translation.
Yeah.
By the way, Sigmund does say that it looks like hamburgers.
Yes, it's similar. But it's a fried bread, and you can use it for hamburgers. They are very good.
Yes.
You
can
also
greasy.
Yes, a little greasy, but good.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
All right.
It's probably spam.
Yeah, probably. That's all we've been getting.
Oh man.
All right, I'm going to remove this guy because we're done with him. I'm sorry, but the handles are fucking hot. Yeah.
You complaining about
I can handle heat. No, but the problem is it's between 2 range plates here, so teaching.
So I have a problem. Can I tell them about my problem?
Sure. What's your problem?
When I look at the fit cook with these little divots, I see mouths. There's something wrong with me.
Let me move this side because we're done with that.
Well, they can see it here. That's why I'm pointing
but there's so much heat here.
That's okay.
So I just want to.
I'm just adding to the heat.
Yes. So let me turn it this way because my knives.
Throwing stuff around.
Those things are hot, man.
So I always see little mouths on the fit cook, and there was one day. How many did I take pictures of? Do you remember? I think it was like 6 or 8 or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I found the kids' little googly eyes, and I put them on different fit cook. Do you remember,
I remember that? Yeah.
And I made a reel with all of the little faces.
Yeah, because they all looked a little different, so she gave each one a name and put it out as one of our
I
like
had
promotions.
way too much fun with that day.
Yeah, we put the googly eyes.
Yes. I mainly did the frying at the end because Anton would do all of the baking from first thing in the morning, and when they needed to fry, you were always doing something else. There was more.
So I used to do this like on a daily basis: bake bread, bake sourdough bread, bake donuts, bake fried bread, and make like cinnamon rolls. And so when I got to work at like those days was like 2:30 or something, 3 in the morning, between 2 and 3 in the morning, and my entire morning up until like 8 o'clock, 8:30, I guess, consisted of just baking and cooking stuff.
I used to come and start these at 7:30. Yes, I remember that.
Yes, and then normally the like malfas and stuff like that used to run up till sometimes 10 in the morning, and then those are the days when we had a restaurant. So you know, after that it's making food, and we used to pre-make and package, but all fresh. So I used to make for service and then keep, and then, you know, so every day I made a different meal, but we kept them for, you know, a specific duration. Yeah, this is getting nice. It'll be nice.
And it's been over a year now since we've done the baking.
Yeah, it's been, well, no, it's been more than a year from the baking, but the last time I made donuts was probably 3 years ago.
Yeah,
because that I quit long.
Yeah. The fit cook, sorry, is
the fried
is
bread, yes.
Yeah, the fried bread.
So this is nice and thick. I'll get a little thicker.
These guys on chat are much worse than us today. We're not making any remarks or being so good. They're tickling things.
I've not said anything. I've not said a word. But, you know.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
You know, nice, thick custard.
There's, I may need some of that, please.
This stuff. So I'm messing around with a starch-free. The only issue I got, so I'll buy some because I don't want to waste eggs. But I'll probably get some this week. I can actually buy like bottled or containerized or whatever egg yolks. So I don't want to break eggs and just keep the white one side. Yeah, this is good.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So this is real easy, man. You guys watch me do that. That is like anybody literally can make this. And we're gonna show you how to put that inside of a donut properly.
I can get rid of that for you if you want.
Why don't you go put that in the zinc and switch your mic off so nobody can hear you slobber it. Yeah. All right, so that's the custard, and as this cools, it'll actually get thicker. So I'm actually not gonna put the lid on. That can just stay right there. And then, if you actually want to taste something, Nicole, this would probably be your
what am I tasting today?
Huckleberry.
Ah, yum.
So I just flatten the.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Yeah, and that knife.
Picking up that knife you threw. It is.
Would you mind when you that side? Just bring me the bread knife, please. Okay. And that can also go with that there. So yeah, that was fun. So the prep work on this was quite a lot because you got to give these things time to. Thank you. Time to proof up, and you know.
What Afrikaans term are you thinking while you're trying to speak?
Hy moet rys. Die deeg moet rys.
You see why I married him? Isn't that nice?
So let me show you the donut inside. So this is even a little warmer, but you can see what that looks like there. I'll cut it open. So the monkeys can eat this. Let me see it, you guys. I want to see it there. All right. So that's what it looks like. I mean, there's no oil in here, you know. Let me see. Switzerland. Now
I can do it, but you pay and I'll play.
Yeah, how about that? How about them apples?
How about them apples?
Give me 1 second. All right.
We will be charging for those services. So while he's gone, do you think he'll miss it if I take a little nibble out of this thing? I don't know if he will or not. His oil is bubbling over here.
Oh yeah, don't put the. Did it just start? Oh, you know what it is?
Because it's condensating
Yeah, it's
and
condensated
dripping water into
in the
the
lid.
oil.
Yeah. So don't open that thing. Just leave it alone. All right. So.
They're so bad today, you guys.
All right.
Hey, Dog Digger. I will say hi to you because everyone else is being inappropriate.
All right.
And they're not paying for it.
So let me see.
Happy Friday to you.
Let me see. I don't want to do all the custard. So if you don't want I guess a skin, a crust.
Skin.
Yeah, I don't know how to put that. Like a crust to form over your custard. Like you'll see, if you can look at this camera, I guess, you're going to see like it's slowly forming a little
Pudding
crust.
does the same thing. So it's the same concept.
So
Gelatize?
yeah, what you basically want to do is while it's hot like this, you want to take it and just put some cellophane over it. It's a lot harder to do that than actually make the custard because you got to put it over and make sure all the air stays out.
Press it against the actual custard.
This is a little small because I can't really get my hand in here, so a bigger bowl or a bowl that stands out will work.
I have small fingers.
Yeah, I know. You will be able to.
Should I put a glove on? Where's Sarge?
Yeah, right. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour a little bit, so maybe stand over here. All right, just watch the heat.
I know, I am trying to avoid me fingers.
All right, so this has already formed a bit of a crust. So I'm just going to, that's enough. We'll just do one.
Okay.
All right, so.
My one, here. I
all right, thank you.
See who's in front.
We got a ding dong at the door. So let me show you guys quick. Now I actually need an extra pair of hands, but that's okay. So what we're going to do, so you can take a basic bread knife like this, all right? And what you do is you just stick it in the side of the donut, and then you can make yourself a little cavity inside there. So you just kind of move it around a little bit like that. Let me show you here. Maybe that's easier. You just got a little hole and a cavity inside. All right, and then what we're gonna do, so I've got like real thick bags because we use them for proper vacuum sealing and stuff. So, all right, so I'm gonna try and do this right. I might get two out of this. So you can use a piping bag. We got piping bags around here somewhere. I just wasn't in the mood to go and look for them. So. Oh, where's my scissors? I had a scissors around here somewhere. No, I had a scissors. Oh, there we go. All right, so you don't want to cut this too much. Just gonna cut the little tip off because this is hot, so this stuff's gonna just run. All right, so we don't want to do that. I'm gonna pop. Oh, that can actually stay open. So what you pretty much do is you take that, and then if you've got a piping bag, it'll work a little better. So, and you just squeeze this thing full of custard. All right, this custard is very hot. Okay, so there's one. I got some left, so I'm going to do a second one. Ooh, that is running out. So I'll leave that like that. Let me take this one. Let me do the same thing here. All right. Right, and this, although it's got starch in it, but it is gluten-free, this, because it is corn starch, not flour. All right, I can do this here so you guys can see the, so I'm going to squeeze this in here. All right. And you just, there we go. See if I can get a little more in there. There we go. So those are two filled donuts. All right, I'm going to put the rest of this back in the pot because we don't want to waste any of our juice. Please go play. Thank you. Sorry, let me wash my hands. Like I said, my kids are impossible. So a piping bag would work better because it's not as thick as my actual chamber seal bags. I've got a little bit of a mess here, but that's okay. So the piping bags are not as thick. What's the name? The chamber seal bags we use are 4 or 5 mil real thick bags, so they don't work that well for piping, but they do work, as you can see. So basically what you do, and this can cool down a little bit. You can actually put it in the fridge if you want and cool it down completely, and then it'll be nice and thick. And then you just, but it won't absorb into the bread as nicely if it's warm. This was probably a little too warm for this, so we'll see what it looks like when I cut it open. But what this works really well with is you can actually take like a scoop of ice cream and you can pop it on there. And I'm going to show you something else. As soon as Nicole's back, we're going to sugar 2 of them. So I don't want to put these down because I might run out. Let me see. No, I'll just leave them up like this. And then what you can do with the one that's cut open like that, all right, is you take a ice cream scoop and you just scoop like some vanilla ice cream and you pop it on there. You can put some, we call them hundreds and thousands, which are those little like longish colored yellow, blue, green. You can sprinkle that on the ice cream and you just eat it like that. You can put an icing on top and just eat it like that. And we will sugar 2 of them. So probably these 2 here. We will sugar 2 of them. And I'll show you how to do that. I just need her to go get me a bag quick. I've got some cinnamon sugar here. So we'll just cinnamon sugar them. And the fried bread, let me show you what that looks like. So these guys are still warm. So that is literally just the bread. Like that. I'll show you here. So that's the bread. And this, you want to do some jam and cheese. You can do meats, cold meats. You can do a tuna, mayo, chicken sandwich, egg salad sandwich, whatever, hamburgers, whatever you want can all go onto the fried breads. I am literally salivating as we talk or as we speak. I don't know if those are more customers. If you give me 1 second, I'm going to go get a bag. I'm going to go get a bag quick. Give me 1 second. And I will show you guys how that works. Because my assistant disappeared. So I'm sorry, I'm off camera for a second. Give me a second, I'll be right back. So we have these bags, all right? And they are very thin and they are just bread bags, just normal bread bags. So what you do with this is, and I'm not really going to measure this. I'm just going to take a little bit. So this is a measured tablespoon. I'm just going to throw 2 of them in here. So you just throw your sugar or your cinnamon sugar or whatever you want. Throw in there. And then you throw your donut in there. Hold it closed and just kind of shake it all about. So fetch the bread bag. So I've got a cinnamon sugar.
Are you playing with it?
I am. I am playing with a donut without a hole.
These have holes.
Yes, those are filled. I've already got the custard in. All right, so I just want to grab this tray here.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the easiest instead of sticking it in my mitt.
No, that's going to be a mess.
Yes. So let me take this guy out. And then, if you don't mind, would you mind getting me another bag?
Okay.
I just want to put some white sugar.
White sugar?
Yeah. That'll be a nice contrast.
Okay.
All right, so, and again, these you leave on a grate, and then they won't go soggy and stuff like that. All right, so there we go.
I think it is time to unleash the monkeys on the outside world.
Yes.
They need to go run and scream and hoot and holler and be obnoxious children as they are.
So there we go. Some secret techniques.
You're playing with your bag on camera.
I am indeed. I am indeed. Okay.
Yes.
Can I get another tray like
yes.
that?
Yes.
Just so you can. You talk to the people. I'll go get the tray.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Jody did ask us if we had tried any of Grant's sauces. Not yet. Those are the spicy ones. We need to find some meat worthy of said spicy sauce. What do you think?
Yes, agreed. All right, so I'm gonna pop this one up here. All right, so those two are filled with custard, and I'll cut one open.
Yes, they look so good. All of it looks good.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to not eat all of these. Making all of this is not nice. I did tell him, though, I'll eat whatever he makes today, and then this is what I decided to make. I have no words for what is about to happen this evening.
So I will venture this. So we're gonna. I think everybody knows we are very seriously looking into. No, that's not. Very seriously looking into getting to our property that's in Sunset, Texas. We are working flat out to make that happen. If I don't have to run it, this is the caveat. If I don't have to run it, we will probably reopen some kind of bakery, coffee, eating. If I don't have to run it.
Cafe type.
Yes, I don't have time for that. I've got too many other things to do. But if we find some people that are willing to do that, and it makes financial sense, we will reopen it. These are the types of things. I mean, you've seen now, and there are other methods to do this a lot more efficiently. I mean, there are machines that'll do the what's the name, the glazing, and there's a lot we can do. I try and not just be the traditional, donut with, like an old donut with a really shitty icing on it. I try and make everything homemade. So there you can see. That's simple. That's just sugar.
Do you want a plate for those three?
No, I thought they would put them in boxes because that's typically how we would sell them fresh. Is you just get them in a box like that. Because everything, packaging costs money. So if you could do the packaging cheap, I can give you a better product for less money. So yeah, I just thought I'd put them here because the camera should catch them.
And I asked if you're still waiting for bank news.
We have been approved. I don't like the amount yet, but the amount will change. Sorry, this is irritating me. So I gotta.
So I get to handle the donuts.
Yes, you get to handle the nuts.
And the one with the cream in it. This thing is heavy.
Yes, I filled them up, man. Yeah,
you filled them up.
I did indeed. So yeah, and then there's three there. I think the monkeys will get the ones that have no cream and no sugar.
I cannot seem to stay here with you guys.
No, it's been absolute silly season today. So yeah, so there we go. Cinnamon sugar, plain sugar, custard filled. This you can even do a icing, but I find that the icing with the custard is too much. Another filled one, so I'll put this one this side. I want to cut one of these open just so I can see inside. I explained to them with a vanilla ice cream.
Oh
and
my
then
god!
That with some icing and the vanilla ice cream, man, that is good.
With sprinkles.
Yes, with sprinkles. That's what you call them. We call them hundreds and thousands. I couldn't think of the name. Sprinkles. Yes.
It makes it just so good.
So we didn't have, we've had X a long time, but we didn't have a lot of traction on X. We never really posted there. If you go look on our Facebook, for those who still do the
Google, I think there's a lot
of Google
pictures.
You'll see a lot of pictures of the foods and stuff. You will probably find the donuts and the cinnamon rolls and all kinds of stuff that we always did. So we're gonna be about an hour outside of DFW. It's a real good motorbike trip. So we're thinking about doing something like this for weekends, just so people can get coffee and maybe something to snack on. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, this is kind of the idea. This is what we used to do. We'll see in what way, shape, or form we can revamp this and take it from there. What does everybody say?
I was seeing real quick if I could find one of those donut pictures because I remember Google specifically had one.
Okay.
For the longest time, I would still have people coming in and asking for
them. We still have people today, now, still coming in and asking for the donuts. Okay, here's
one. I'll show him this one. This was before he started doing round ones. You remember the square ones?
Yes.
So the oozing out is totally worth it to share on camera.
Yes. So let me see if I can take.
I wanted to find the ice cream one, and I'm not seeing that quickly.
So let me cut this guy open.
Found it! Oh, okay. I took this photo. This is me. But it is so good. So you'll see the ice cream, the sprinkles, everything. That guy was phenomenal. I guarantee I ate that one.
So,
what do you need?
paper towel. Just because I know I'm gonna make a mess. So I just wanna.
Sarge has joined us. He almost crashed his car when I snapped that glove.
So look at that. So you guys can see the.
Goodness, yes.
All right. So just so you get an idea, that is fucking good, man. So I don't eat these things anymore because when I do, I become extra large, Anton. I become a capital letters king of biltong. And I'm still, I'm still fighting the fight. So I still need to lose like 10 pounds. So that's next on the agenda for the next couple of months.
Last Friday, was it last Friday? No, 2 Fridays ago. Of course, another year came around. So.
Yeah, that shit's getting harder to do, man, because I don't have the discipline anymore. I don't want to have the discipline. I just want to eat shit and like not talk to people.
Yes,
just like eat shit, work, and like ignore everyone. But that is not the world we live in. Yes, this is not the world we live in. And I don't think
our kids would appreciate it. They like talking to
does anybody
people.
Have questions about any of this? I mean, you could put some questions. Yeah,
there's a few comments. Spaz Out mentions. You wanna?
All right, Spaz, that is an entire mouthful.
I can mentally read it better than I could probably pronunciate everything with Anton's donuts and fried bread.
Yes. Sounds like it'd be buzzing in my mouth because it tastes good.
But what are you on, Spaz?
Yeah, this is good stuff, man.
This is not the mushroom chat.
Yes.
Not the droids you were looking for.
That's probably the kids.
I told you Sarge is here. Say happy belated birthday.
Oh yeah,
Mrs. Sarge.
Man, we completely missed you yesterday. It's been a little crazy because we're busy doing all the paid work to get to our property. So I've got the quotes for the parking and I've got the quotes for the septic, and because we've got to do fucking everything. So we've got to build the parking. So we want to do 100 parking bays just to start. We've got to put a septic in. We've got to put a well down. We've got to put buildings down, and so yeah, it's gonna be a mission, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna sell off everything we own, and we're gonna go set up there because we're tired of the city and we don't want to fucking bend the knee to bullshit anymore. So, that's what we're gonna do, so we got to loan some money from the bank first against our house, and then we'll sell that, pay the loan back. Hopefully we get the money loan. We've been approved. The amount is not as big as we wanted, but they are working on that for us. Hopefully we'll get it all done. But the good news is we are approved, so we're gonna start. We're gonna get stuff done. Happy birthday, Mrs. Sarge. Yeah, cool.
Sorry, I can't help myself, Jody. Terrible. If you lose 10 pounds in front, check behind you. It could have went to your ass, Anton.
Yes. I know.
Nonsense. Let me show one more time our sponsor, Biltong USA, or Anton's Land of Biltong. Yes, go ahead.
While Nicole's doing that, like, subscribe, share if you like what we do. We'll keep doing this if we can keep it kind of growing and going.
For sure. I wanted to show the half-pound bags of the Angus and Wagyu. The reason I picked these two, you don't even need a code for this discount. Anton, have you seen the 47?
Yes.
4.75 pounds of meat, guys, and it is on sale. 145, 47. Yes.
So Nicole came up. She since Trump was inaugurated or won. Since he won. She's been on about this. She wants to create something to just kind of represent that because in our opinion, things weren't going well, so we didn't like what was going on. Now we feel a little better, so just to kind of show gratitude and to share with everyone. So she's been on this mission to find something that can represent, just our gratitude about, hopefully things are going a little better. So she wanted 4.7 pounds of meat for the 47, and then we happened to be able to do 4.7 pounds of meat, and then we can sell it on a discount at $147.
$45.
$145.47. So that's a 145.47. One president for 45 and 47. So there we go. So that was pretty cool. I have to take my hat off to her.
Thank you. You will receive a small gift in that
Yes,
order.
you also get a small gift.
Just so you know,
Just a little one.
if you've ordered it, you've seen it. If not, definitely consider it. It's a good gifting. Super Bowl's coming up. I don't know who watches these kinds of things, but if you do, Biltong is perfect.
Yeah, we don't watch bull sports. Not that kind of bull sports anyway. I think, is that it? What are we at? Oh, we are way past time. I'm standing here like the king of Biltong and talking shit.
That's okay. That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
But all right, everyone, we're out, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right. So I was told to check out something today. I've got it open on my computer. It's another podcast. I'll have a peek and see. They're probably going live something. So we will see you Sunday.